Hey folks, it is Carla, and I am starting a new journey called Mindful Chat, and I am honored to have Bert-Ola and MIcheal. I don't know your last name, Bert-Ola. I can't pronounce it. And
Mountain Beach.
And Michael Silleon here to help me start it. It's going to be a very short show right before the English show. So if you're coming for English, you'll need to come back, but I want you here anyway. And I am really excited. And this too is promoting peace, not necessarily with the Institute of Peace, but we have Sweden here and the United States, and every conversation I do is to promote more peace throughout the world. So we're going to start. I want the guys to introduce themselves, and hopefully they'll be able to come back this week every day, so as we get it started. And then we're going to talk about what is mindfulness. Bert-Ola, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, I can shortly. Yeah, I'm Bert-Ola, so I'm a system entrepreneur. I call my system entrepreneur. So what I do, if you look at my Facebook page, which gives a pretty good indication, is connect people, passion, purpose, and places. And that requires a bit of different skills to connect. Of course, it's a big skill, but also you need to facilitate conversation and also navigate. So it's a combination of connecting, facilitation, and navigating into the future. And system entrepreneur's role is very much to bring different type of stakeholders together, from governmental types of organizations, municipalities, cities, academy, business, people like yourself and other entrepreneurs, and try to listen in what they want to do and then try to go forward. So that is what I do, more or less 24 hours a day, except when I'm sleeping, but that's not so much. And I've done that, I would say, the last 13, 14 years quite consistently.
Really? I didn't realize that.
I started in 2006 in November, and I would say from 2007, 1 year later, I have done it quite systematically. So it's a pretty long journey.
Wow. Yeah. What got you started in that?
I wanted to see if it worked. So now I started in a project. I can tell about that another time, but I started with look at how a region could work better together, and different stakeholders in society, and then things emerge from that. So it has really not shifted focus after that. But of course, the world has shifted after that. So with social media and new technologies and new things going on in the world, you need to adapt to that picture. So it's like constant shift in how you do, but the focus has been the same, I would say. And MIcheal, I have met on this journey, so I think we have a bit of same way of looking at the world, but maybe a bit of different focus, but on the same journey. Yeah, so that's a bit shortly about myself.
Okay, MIcheal, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm MIcheal, and I've been on my journey since I quit my job in 2011 to see how can I create a better world. And for that I met Bert-Ola, and I started exploring how can we connect the world. I've been interested in how connecting the world via internet in 1993 when I first went online and connected my high school, my university class with some people in Hong Kong before a trip there, and find out we can actually connect with people on the other side of the world and plan a trip together. And it was an amazing experience. And from there on, I have explored this and decided to do it full time over 8 years now. And in this process, I've been exploring how to become Captain Future, that is a crew member of Spaceship Earth. How do you adopt the mindset and the skill of becoming a crew member of Spaceship Earth? And that's going from passive passengers to actually taking deliberate charge in your own journey. How do you seek wisdom, sense making in the world? How do you connect with people and ideas? So, and I can talk for like Bert-Ola for hours about this, but
well, maybe we could do something together for hours later. But
yeah.
This show is only a very short show, and we also have Leif here, who
yeah.
nation for this show, and I'm not really sure where this show is going, but we'll figure it out as we're doing it. So I'd like Leif to introduce himself. And MIcheal, you disappeared. Come back.
Yeah, I'm going out. There was a dog barking here now. I'm in Greece with the evolutionary leadership gang here. So I'm going outside here on the terrace.
Okay. We can't see your face, but there's an outline.
Yeah.
Leif?
Yes. Good evening or good morning, or happy to be on board this spaceship. And as we said yesterday, we should test the idea of a brain gym for about a few minutes rather than hours. So how could it work actually? To get on board for 5 minutes and see if the brain is moving with its synapses. And as you might recall from our earlier conversations, I was coming into this very much as I got this award, Brain of the Year. And that took...
I didn't know that. Go
Sorry?
on. I got excited. I didn't know that you had an award, Brain of the Year. So go on.
Yes, but it was not this year. It was an earlier year.
That's okay.
Yeah, and the chairman of this committee who gave me this, he was working for MI5.
What is MI5?
It's the National Intelligence Forces of United Kingdom.
So like James Bond a little bit.
Yes.
We have some spies in our presence.
Yeah.
That's why you can't see his face.
Now I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, can't see the new hairstyle that he has.
No, I've been out in the sun today, so no wings today.
No way.
Wings, only my hat.
Go on, Leif.
Yes,
please.
so I got this award, and that increased my curiosity for how does it work with the brain. And then, among others, I learned that a good question is shaping new synapses. A traditional school question is probably closing your brain rather than shaping new synapses. So the challenge is to nourish the synapse making, like Bert-Ola and Captain of the Future has been doing.
Well, I'm thrilled to have all three of you together. I've been trying to get Bert-Ola online with me for almost 2 years. Finally, I got him. Finally,
We tested once or twice.
Yeah, well, I text you a little more than that, but I always gave it a lot of space before texting you again. And I did,
Bert-Ola, are you in Sweden?
I'm in a library, in fact.
Very good.
In a library in the heart of Sweden.
So then you can have a question to work on. Is the knowledge in the library or in the brain?
Yeah. That's a good.
good question.
Yeah, it's. I think it's in the brain.
It's
why
always
do you
both.
think?
Always both.
At least that's where I can apply it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's closer, but it's in some sort of course, there are some condensed, summarized insights in the books to be found there. So,
I want you to pick up on and look at the website about the Expo 2020 in Dubai. They are going to be demonstrating how to build the city of tomorrow in a very fascinating way. I was introduced to that today, and among others, they are going to build a new air traffic control. And
cool.
they are prototyping that already. So the air traffic control of the Middle East today is temporarily located to Arlanda, Sweden.
Yeah, then maybe it's enough to go there.
Yes.
Well,
So the end of November next year.
And won't you be going through Dubai to get to Pakistan, Bert-Ola?
It will be a World Expo. Huge participation from all over the world, among others from Sweden. But it's going to be 5 topics that they are going to look into, among others, smart cities of tomorrow.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
So we have from now till November to build the playing field, so they are ready when they start.
Yeah. Let's explore how we can do that next year. Yeah. I'm going to jump into another call here as well. So.
Before you do that, and we need to get off soon, but I'd like to talk a little about mindfulness. Could you possibly define it for us, MIcheal? And then you can pop off.
Yeah, my definition of mindfulness is like the ability to notice your own thoughts and feelings and reflect on them. Notice and reflect on what's going on inside your own head and body.
Do you find yourself doing that more so than not?
Yeah, I do that a lot. Not in a traditional meditation sense, but I talk to myself a lot, like talk out loud. That's a good way to get in contact with your inner identities and personalities. And there's a fantastic book on that that's called The Path with Michael Puett. Is the key lecturer on MIT, I think, about this subject, the ancient Chinese philosophy. It's a fantastic book, and there's on YouTube talks with him about this, how you actually navigate your inner personalities and identities, and that's a good part of being mindful. And I would also recommend Lisa Feldman Barrett, her book How Emotions Are Made. That's like groundbreaking science. That book came out 2 years ago, but we are still not talking about her findings and how emotions really work in the brain. So that's something we have to get really fast on the agenda, like emotional reframing, emotional granularity, and the difference between feelings and emotions. So this is like stuff we have to get a lot better at, and really quick, because if we're going to build a better world, we have to become more skillful in these skills. And we're just in the beginning of the human endeavor and the human journey to explore ourselves in this way. So.
would you be willing to talk more about this on the show tomorrow? Because I find it fascinating.
Yeah, if I can. I don't know if I have time tomorrow, but Thursday definitely. But I'd be willing to talk more about this coming on. So I have to jump out to the other call here. So great.
Okay, I will see
thank you.
you already. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And Leif, thank you. Do you have any words of wisdom? Because we do need to get off very quickly to leave.
Yes. The key word is related to mindfulness, but it is a little bit of a challenge. What is the question that gives you mindfulness?
What is it?
What is the question that gives you mindfulness?
I don't know. Do you know, Bert-Ola?
I will write the answer in the thread later.
Okay. But Bert-Ola and Leif, can I possibly get you back tomorrow as I'm launching this to have your thoughts and thinking on it? I would love to have you.
It might be possible. I have another call tomorrow evening, but it's just to try. Otherwise, in the coming days.
Yes, same for me.
Don't leave me alone yet on this. I'm just getting this.
You have to work on the question.
I know. I did have a question and it kind of got sidetracked by all the conversation of getting to know each other. We will talk about it again tomorrow. Same time,
Yes.
place, same
Brilliant.
job.
Okay,
Brilliant.
great.
Thank you so much, guys.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Let's go with a laugh, and I just want to talk to you for a second afterwards.
Okay. Bye-bye.